a wife work? Homemaking is a full-time job, and a wife should not work unless there's a real need for the money she earns. Of course, there are extenuating circumstances where an aged or ill parent must be supported. But simply to improve one's quality of living or to buy a piano, silver, or a car is not a very worthwhile reason if such work in any way jeopardizes your home responsibilities. This is from the Marine Corps Wife Handbook that I received when I was still on active duty, but was engaged to an active duty Marine. And it's funny and laughable now. It was actually the feeling of the times back then, but this was copyrighted in 1955. Hi, I'm Jennifer Goodale, and this is Cory Titus, and we're with MOAA's Government Relations team, and we want to share a little bit with you about what we did on the Hill last week.
Okay. So, Jen, what did we do last week?
Well, you were there. You should remember. We went and met with Senate Finance and Senate Armed Services Committee members and their staff to advocate for the Military Spouse Hiring Act.
Okay. So what is the Military Spouse Hiring Act, and how does it help people buy silverware, cars, and pianos?
See, I do need a new piano.
Or meet the needs of everyday life.
Honestly, the military spouse unemployment rate has been a significant issue for over a decade. DOD's been tracking it for just a little over a decade, and it's been over 20% that entire time. A lot of the efforts that have gone into addressing this issue have been targeting military spouse professional development, upskilling, and education. And that's wonderful and greatly appreciated. But it's only one side of the coin.
What's the other side?
Incentivizing businesses to actually hire military spouses, because we are a fairly transient population and on average move every 2 to 3 years. There have been instances where you move at 6 months.
Fair enough, but I mean, how does that compare to the regular civilian population?
Honestly, the bulk of the workforce is the millennial generation, and they spend on average 2.5 years in a job.
So it essentially lines up with the movement patterns of just military life.
Absolutely. So unfortunately, because there's this myth, we would like to ensure that the Military Spouse Hiring Act is passed, because what it would do is add military spouses as a target group under the existing work opportunity tax credits.
And how does that help employers?
Onboarding a new employee is expensive, no matter what the job is, because you have to go through the background work and the training and all that. And so what this work opportunity tax credit does is it actually provides a tax credit of up to $2,400 per employee in the target group. And it's a one-time tax credit in that first year. And what it does is helps offset that onboarding cost.
Okay. And you said we went to the Hill. What was the overall reception? What's the path forward for this?
Okay. The reception is fantastic. People are very supportive and want to help the military spouse community. They know that it's an existing issue, and they're just trying to do this methodically. The work opportunity tax credit has been reauthorized since 1996. It is set to expire in 2025. So there were some questions about should we just wait until then. We urged lawmakers to continue the efforts now and make sure that we're supportive of the community as it stands, because oftentimes the credit has been retroactively authorized. So we would be essentially wasting those couple years. Now, the way forward is not through the NDAA, which I would love it to be, because that's our wheelhouse.
Right.
Unfortunately, it's a tax title. So what we need to do is ensure there is some tax provision or tax extenders bill that this can ride along with.
How can everyone at home help out with this effort?
Great question, and we hope that you'll visit our Legislative Action Center and scroll down to find the Urge Your Lawmakers to Support the Military Spouse Hiring Act link, and write to your representative and senators to make sure that they're on board.
We hope you're enjoying this series, and be sure to like and subscribe so you can get all the advocacy updates that we're bringing out every week. See you next time.